getting engaged and things, and right after high school, I moved in with the two of them. He worked overnights, and it was just her and me in the house, and it got so creepy that she and I actually popped a tent in the front yard and would sleep in the tent.
Oh my gosh, really?
What?
We rented a 2-bedroom house to sleep in a tent outside. Before I moved in, the two of them were sitting on the couch in the living room. It was a really small house. Sitting on the living room couch and with one light on, and they were listening to Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Yes!
Okay. And they hear a knock on the door. Well, it was really late at night, so they thought I was, a drunk friend or something. So he gets up and pulls back the curtain to look out the window, and there's nobody there. So we're like, okay, just kids playing pranks or whatever. So we went back, sat down on the couch, and they just kept listening to it, and this kept happening. They kept getting a knock on the door. Finally, during a knock, he opened the door, and nothing was there. Like, there was not time for... It was like, and open it, and nobody was there.
Wow.
So, our theory is something was asking to be let in, and he let it in by opening the door when it knocked.
Maybe a demon.
Exactly. We would wake up in the mornings... We had all the doors locked and the windows locked because, like I said, we were creeped out and it was just the two of us in there. And all the kitchen knives would be laid out on the counter.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. The toaster would move from, like, the stand to a kitchen counter.
But then the demon was obviously looking for some fun with the toaster, right?
He was hungry. It was like we heard weird things. I woke up one time at midnight, not 11:59, not 12:01. It was 12 o'clock. My printer was unplugged, and the light came on, and it ran through like it was trying to sort something, and like sent the paper up and down, and then shot the paper out, and then shut off, and it was unplugged. Like there was no electricity going to it. So one night, she and I were sleeping on the living room floor. This is what made us end up staying in the tent. We were sleeping on the living room floor next to each other with a light on between the two of us, like a little lantern. And I woke myself up screaming in my sleep in tongues, saying prayers, and I don't speak in tongues. Like, that's not my denomination and stuff. Like, I don't do that. And I just looked around and was like, something is about to go down. We need to get out of this house now. And after that, we always slept outside.
Oh my god.
And when we moved, there were no problems anymore.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's so crazy.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah, that was intense. It was terrifying.
Yeah. I guess I never witnessed something like that. I never really knew.
That is the only place I remember ever being that scared. The only other place, when we moved from Massachusetts, we moved to northern Maine. We didn't know anybody. We didn't know the area or anything. And my parents found this huge old farmhouse that my mother wanted so badly. And I remember looking in the windows. I was probably like 5. And I remember looking in the windows and saying, I'm not living here. And I was like, you just say that because the lights aren't on and, there's no furniture and things. I was like, no, I'm not living here. I will commit suicide before I live in. I'm 5. I was like, I'm not living here. If my aunt and uncles won't let me live with them, I'll be homeless or whatever. I then moved, in the next town over or something. And the kids all told me, one of those stories about my uncle's brother's friend's niece's cousin was dared to spend the night in there on Halloween, and this is all the stuff they saw, blah, 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 blah. But I got older, and I found out the truth was a woman had murdered her 3 children in the bathtub. She had drowned them. So it was a little bit creepy. Then I found out some Maine author spent 3 nights there to write scary stories. And he found pentagrams drawn inside and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And after 3 days, he couldn't take it anymore, and he left. I still thought, okay, just because a woman drowned her 3 kids doesn't mean it's haunted. Okay. Yeah.
It sounds much like the Amityville thing.
Yeah, well, when I was living there as an adult, like 18, 19 years old, I saw a family move in. 2 days later, they moved out with their laundry still in the line.
Really?
The place had to be haunted. Like, they left clothes on the line.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. It's been demolished now, and now it's a potato field. You never even know there was a house there, ever.
Haunted potatoes!
Yeah. I won't eat them from that farm.
They're organic potatoes.
These are not organic. These are definitely possessed.
Those are not organic. These are possessed potatoes.
Buy your organic possessed potatoes here.
I love the potatoes have little pentagrams drawn on them.
Yeah, that was freaky.
That is freaky. Thank you for that.
You are welcome.
I'll be thinking about that story when I'm living by myself at the camp this fall.
You're very, very welcome. Don't
That's
tempt
fine.
me, I will totally show up and scare you. No, I wouldn't do that because I don't like being scared.
Don't do that.
I like being excited, like when we're just like looking for something.
Yeah.
You know, something might happen. That was exciting.
Yeah.
That wasn't scary.
No.
Creepy is really scary.
Well, we should, like, next time we should go, like, right before sunset and, like, drive into it, but then just turn around and drive out and see if something
Yeah, and you
happens.
should take more things with you, like
Like a
light
gun.
and something, maybe a knife or a gun. Or something.
I have my knife.
Like rifles,
Like, something like AK-47s, you know.
dynamite, grenades,
Yeah.
flamethrower,
TNT. Alright.
a priest.
Some holy water.
Maybe you should get a complete military kit.
The U.S. Army.
Tank.
Yes! There's a tank for sale
Yeah.
in Turner. You can buy that.
I had a friend in high school that told me in our town we had a tank like set up for like a memorial kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was like a decommissioned tank kind of thing just sitting there. And he said he so badly every night wanted to go take one little piece off until he had the whole thing in his house.